right, we're back. After quite the hiatus, we're back with fantasy. It's been a hot minute, but you know what? In all fairness, I have pretty much like given up. I don't want to say like, I'm not as invested in fantasy Premier League anymore because like it's done. But fantasy UCL is kind of like just getting started. We're right in the thick of it right now. But yeah, that's what we're doing today. In case you haven't guessed, it's fantasy UCL. It's round of 16. And it's huge because we've gotten into the knockout stages. The got unlimited transfers, so you know we're going hard in the paint. And as of right now, I'm sitting really nicely. I am sitting really nicely. Like we'll talk about how match day 6 went. It was another decent match day. Like other than like the first match day, I have not like had a bad match day. Like I feel like I'm saying match day a lot, but it's true. Anyway, we'll talk about how match day 6 went. We'll get into my transfers and how I'm approaching the round of 16 and the knockout stages in general. So yeah, let's get into it. All right. So before we get into my team and plan for the round of 16 first leg, we're gonna look at match day 6. It went pretty well. So let me throw the team up on screen now. And as you can see, yeah, overall, like my only two misses were Ocampos and Hudson-Odoi. And I finished with 86 points on the match day. Captain the right guy, Mbappe was the right choice. 15 was huge from him. And the only thing I really could have improved on is if I put in Marquinhos instead of Ocampos and either Grealish or Nkunku instead of Callum Hudson-Odoi, which would have gotten me an extra 5 points. So my maximum with the players I selected was 91, and I'll take 86. Like obviously I'm gonna make a substitution error here and there because let's face it, I'm a dumb bitch. But yeah, it's looking not too bad, and I'm happy with it. Like Zapata, Messi, Mbappe, Mahrez, Sandro Bonici. The only part that's like kind of just like 86 is great. However, this was the use of my limitless. So like obviously you want a bit more, but because it was like I saved it to the final day and that worked out well for me in terms of strategy. But you know, it just wasn't as it's not as much as you'd like from a limitless chip. Because like I've scored that like multiple times on just regular substitutions or regular transfers rather. But yeah, I'm happy with how it went. And yeah, in terms of where this puts me, let me tell you about my ranking because like it's going pretty well. So as of right now, in my own league, in my private league, you can't see it, but you know you can join it. Use the link in the description. You can join the league. As of right now, I am 4th in my league, and I believe there's like 40 something people in that, so that's not bad. But in the public league overall, so there's over 1.25 million members. I am number 7,306. 7,306 is insane to me because like this is my first year doing UCL fantasy, and then in Canada there's over 5,000 members. I'm number 60. I am 60th in Canada, and of the Manchester United fans, there are 31,000 plus in here, and I am number 268. So yeah, it's gone pretty well. So yeah, this is how we're looking right now. This is how match day 6 went. Let's take a look at how we're approaching the round of 16 and the knockout stage in general. All right, so now that we've talked about match day 6, let's talk about the team as we move into the round of 16, leg 1. So I think, well, first off, it's unlimited transfers, and let me tell you, I took full advantage of that. Full advantage of that. So, yeah, we'll start off with transfers. I made 10, and that's just so far, because you know what? My opinion might change in the next day or so, and it's unlimited transfers, so let's have a party. Important to remember that because I use my limitless on match day 6, the people I'm transferring out are actually from my match day 5 team. So I mean that doesn't really matter, but just in case you were confused, that's why the players getting transferred out don't match the players in my match day 6 team. Anyway, so going out we have Ronaldo, Otto, who was playing for Sheriff, Nkunku, Douglas Santos, who played for Zenit, Roussillon from Wolfsburg, Christensen, Reece James, Bonu from Sevilla, Destinoglu from Besiktas, and Edson Alvarez from Ajax. So 4 of my players are sticking around, and those 4 are Mazraoui, Haller, Leroy Sané, Lewandowski. Oh, sorry, and 5th one, Mo Salah, of course. And then coming in, we have Jonathan David, Canadian international legend. Jonathan David, silky smooth Dutch. Check Alphonso Davies' Twitch if you want any more proof of that. Riyad Mahrez, Rodri, Trent Alexander-Arnold, João Cancelo, Upamecano from Bayern, Thiago Silva, Passier, the goaltender for Ajax, Chesney, from Juve, and Danilo from PSG. So I'll get into like why. So first of all, Rodri and Danilo, those are just straight bargain picks. Rodri is 6, Danilo is 5, and both of them get regular playing time. I'm expecting them to end up on my bench by the end of the first leg, but in case they do pull off a madness, you never know. Anyway, so yeah, we'll take a look at what the full team is looking like and basically how it's going to start off, because how it starts probably isn't going to end, because substitutions, captain changes, all of that. So this is what the team is looking like now. There you go. So yeah, up front we have David, Lewandowski, in the middle Rodri, Danilo, Sane, Mahrez, Salah, and defense right now is Trent with Upamecano, Cancelo, Chesney in net, and on the bench we have Pasveer, Mizrahi, Silva, and Hilaire. So yeah, basically what I wanted to do for this, it's prioritizing the early match days, so like the 15th and the 16th, and then also it's putting more emphasis on I'm trying to focus on teams that I'm hoping I'm betting will make it past this stage, because you don't have unlimited transfers after everything. It's like I think 3 next time, and then it like increases each time. But like, so as of right now, like I'm putting most of it, like obviously not all of it, because you never know. But yeah, like majority of these teams should make it through. Like Jonathan David, just got to have some Canadian content in there. But it's also more because I have Thiago Silva. It's like an insurance marker. Like if they're losing that clean sheet, chances are it's going to be Jonathan David who's responsible for that loss of clean sheet. But yeah, my first captain is Cancelo. I debated doing Mahrez, but like clean sheet plus with how involved he gets on the attack, and plus you can change it anyway, so like doesn't really matter. Cancelo will be a good option. Yeah, I'm expecting like a decent point haul. Yeah, I'm not even sure. I might, obviously Chesney and Pasveer I think have like equal odds in terms of whether or not they keep a clean sheet. But I think chances are it'll be Pasveer who is. What I'm saying is my final bench at the end will most likely be Chesney, Rodri, Danilo, and honestly probably Mizrahi, but you never know. Because like if it gets to that final day, I might just like throw him in, like, if there's anybody that's underperforming. You never know. Because like yeah, I'm liking the team so far. Obviously tripled up on the Bayern assets, tripled up on Ajax, tripled up on City, yeah, and then just doubled up on Liverpool. I have made a conscious choice to not put Manchester United players in, because I just like whenever I'm doing any sort of fantasy, I try to avoid my preferred teams, like my favorite teams, just because I don't trust them at all, like not even a little bit. But even then, it's more a case of if they don't do well, then it's like, well, at least they didn't tank my fantasy, even if they've tanked my heart. So yeah, fun times all around. Yeah, this is how the team's looking like for match day for leg 1. And honestly, like I'm guessing it'll mostly stay unchanged unless there's like injuries or suspensions, or I get a strong inclination. Yeah, but this is how we're looking. Chances are it's going to stay the same for both legs of the round of 16, and hopefully this will be the team that I move forward with in the future, because I'm liking this team, and it's got some heavy hitters. Anyway, yeah, team looks good. I'm excited for it. Let's get into it. Alright, that about does it for me for this episode of UCL Fantasy. Obviously, the hiatus is over in the fantasy market. Probably not going to be doing FPL just because, well, it's become a bit of a nightmare, to be honest, in terms of scheduling double game weeks and even more canceled game weeks, because those are still happening. And yeah, also I'm kind of down and out, but UCL, I'm still right in the thick of it, so that. Plus, yeah, there's going to be another Be a Pro episode of or career mode of FIFA 22 coming out shortly. Jonesy's back, just working on that right now. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy that series. We're going to try and keep it going. If you're interested in also maybe an Ultimate Team series, just put that in the comments or let me know. Yeah. Anyway, hopefully UCL Fantasy goes well this week or next few weeks, because there's a few of them in there. And yeah, feel free to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed it. Hopefully I was able to help you in a little bit. You can join the Discord, join the league, whatever the hell, man. Live your life. Anyway, that's it for me. I'll see you next time. Have a good one, and peace.